Good morning. It's 11:36 a.m. on Sunday, August 30th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got back from the grocery store. This is 5 more minutes. Normally, I would not have gone to the grocery store without doing my video first, but my grocery store is near me. It is walkable, and I was sitting here after having slept in, and waiting for my computer to boot up, but immediately upon booting up, it says update required, and it wanted me to postpone and restart. And so I told it to go ahead and restart, and I was going to wait again, but the updates looked like they were going to take a long time. And because I was feeling impatient, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the grocery store. And I did. Just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that when you set your mind to something, you can buy groceries. I went to a party last night. One of my friends from Improv Boston was having a birthday party, and I went to that. It was just sort of a simple backyard grilling sort of affair. It was a lot of fun, though, and I was really glad that I went. It was yet again another example, though, of a mental pattern that I frequently catch myself in, where there will be some sort of event, and I know that I would enjoy it. It's not any question. I'm not worried about it in any way. But whenever it's about 12 to 18 hours ahead of time, I experience this dip in enthusiasm where I just start feeling lazy, like, oh, I don't have to go out. I could just stay home. That just seems easier, doesn't it? And I really have to push past that in order to actually go to this event that I had been excited for just the previous day. But I know this about myself. And so that's why whenever I'm feeling that, I just expect it. And I kind of am sometimes able to just go ahead and push past that feeling and say, no, look, you always do this. You always feel immediately before the event like you maybe don't want to go anymore. But you will actually have fun if you do go. And so I make myself go. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't make myself go. And then it always feels a little bit like a failure. You know what I mean? It's one thing if it was an event that you really didn't ever want to go to, but you only kind of felt obligated to, and then you decide that you really are not going to go, and it's like a victory for your own, like, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do. But it's not that. It's more like, I don't know. It's like an inside out because a lot of people, we think of our brains as something where there's like sort of one agent up there making decisions. But we have to remember that there's actually multiple drives going on. And even if you make the decision, that doesn't mean that those competing drives just go away. And I think that's kind of what's happening, is that the various control loops in my brain, start. So, like the part of my brain that says, Christiana, you need to occasionally engage in social activity with other human beings. That part will arrange the plan, the schedule, and say, oh, look, here's an event that we'll go to. It'll be exciting. It'll be great. And at that point, that character in my head is all about, yes, this is important. We're totally going to do it. And just the strength of their conviction convinces all of the others. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess we'll give you this one, okay, all right. But meanwhile, the part of my brain that is saying, but that sounds like a lot of work. And I don't know, we'll have to take a shower, have to get dressed, find something nice to wear, and oh man, that means we'll have to do laundry. Ugh. And that part of the brain just keeps muttering to itself under its breath the whole time. And then, once we get to that day of, that 12 to 18 hours in advance time frame, the part that is the social butterfly kind of relaxes. It's that, all right, we got this set. We don't have anything else planned today. We're all good. It's going to happen. And they kind of, get distracted and they start thinking, okay, well, what are we going to do the next week? And while they're not paying attention, that's when the laziness one starts going, you know what? This is BS. We always do what that other one wants to say. That's not fair. You know what? While they're not busy, I'm going to start putting in thoughts to say, let's maybe not go to this one. Let's maybe just stay home and play video games. And then that's kind of what's happening. And so whether or not I ultimately decide to go is just whether or not that first character comes back in time and realizes, oh my God, what did you do? You adjusted all these settings. I had it just right for the party. Ah, okay, come on. We're going to buckle down and get all this fixed right away. That's exactly how it happens. That's part of why I liked Inside Out, I think, just because it really sort of expresses what I often frequently feel, which is that I've got, competing little characters in my head, literally arguing about whether or not I should do stuff. I don't actually hear their dialogue, but otherwise it's in there. Another possible analogy would be, instead of just 5 characters representing the primary emotions, it's more like Congress. You know what I mean? Like whatever you do is what actually passes on the floor of the House, but that doesn't mean that the people who didn't like that bill stop complaining about it. All right, well, so today I'm going to play video games. Talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.